Hey guys, what's going on? Tom here from By Games, back with another statue tutorial. Today we are doing one of the most requested things I think I've ever had on my channel in the past 2 or 3 weeks, and that is a Guardians of the Galaxy character. So this is the main character, I'm presuming, because it's the main character in the skin pack. I have in fact not watched the movie, so don't kill me, but today we are doing StarLord. I'm presuming he's the main person because he's like the first person you see on the skin pack, but I could be wrong. Correct me if I am, but don't hate. So yeah, on screen right now you should be seeing screenshots of it. This was designed by TawnyCashew 078 or 078, and this is a crazy insane design, so big thanks to him and big shout out to him for the design, because as I've said, this is one of the craziest designs I've ever done on my channel, and it will be a pain in the arse. I'm just going to point out before I start the tutorial, if you have never built a statue before or you're not the best statue builder, I do not recommend whatsoever that you build this, because it requires so many different materials, so many different patterns and colors and random shapes and dimensions that it is very, very hard. So this is only for people that really want a challenge or consider themselves a great builder. And yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoy the tutorial. If you do, leave a like, and again, credit to Tawny. That's about it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the tutorial. Okay guys, so let's get straight on into the tutorial. I want to point out again that this is a ridiculously hard statue to do, so if you are not experienced with doing statues or the way I do my tutorials, then I suggest you maybe start with less detailed, less difficult things. But anyways, this is a StarLord statue, again designed by TawnyCashew, and it requires a hell of a lot of blocks. So if you want, you can pause right here and gather the blocks yourself, but I will read them out nevertheless. Okay, so you'll need black wool, grey wool, spruce wood planks, red wool, brown wool, oak wood planks, light blue wool, cyan wool, orange wool, jack-o'-lanterns, stone, spruce wood, mushroom, light grey, clay, nether brick, pink wool, smooth sandstone, magenta wool, and birchwood planks. So as you can see, that is a hell of a lot of materials. In fact, I believe that's 22 materials, which is quite a lot for one statue, but this is a ridiculously detailed statue. It looks realistic as hell, but it is crazy to build. So that is just a disclaimer and a warning. If you don't feel too confident, then I don't suggest you do it. It's going to be a long tutorial because it does require a lot of swapping around your inventory and placing different blocks. So this will be quite a long tutorial. So anyways, let me just double check Audacity is definitely working this time, because last time I spent 19 minutes, got to around the back of the body and realised that Audacity had corrupted within the first 7 seconds, so that was fun. But anyways, let's get straight on into the tutorial. So we're going to start off by building an 8 long line. We're going to place 1 black, 2 grey, 2 black, 2 grey, 1 black, and again that's an 8 long line like so. That will be the base of our statue, or the base of the front, and we're going to work from there, starting from now. So we're going to place 1 spruce wood plank, 2 black, 2 brown, 2 black, 1 spruce wood plank. Next row we place 3 spruce wood, 2 brown, 3 spruce wood. Next row we place 2 red, 1 spruce wood, 2 brown, 1 spruce wood, 2 red. And we do this again. So the exact same again. Whoops, like so. Next we place 2 red, then we place an oak wood log upright, not sideways, upright, 2 spruce wood planks, another oak wood log upright, and then 2 red. Now what we do is we place 2 red, 1 oak wood plank, 2 black, 1 oak wood plank, and 2 red. So this is what it should look like so far. I believe it's 7 tall and 8 wide right now. Let me just check. It is, yeah, it's 7 tall, 8 wide, and this is like just under halfway, or just over halfway should I say, of the leg complete. So if you need to, pause here. I'm going to do lots more pause opportunities during this video, purely because of how long it's going to be and how detailed this bloody thing is. Okay, so moving on, we're going to place 2 red, 1 black. We in fact need our blue wool. Yeah, we got it. 2 blue wool, 1 black, and then 2 red. Next row we place 2 red, 1 blue. This is where we need to swap around a bit. 2 nether brick, 1 blue, and 2 red. Next we place 2 red, 1 cyan, 2 nether brick, 1 cyan, 2 red, and we do the exact same again, like so. And it should look like this. Okay, so next we do 3 red, 2 nether brick, 3 red, and that should be the legs complete. So if I'm correct, it should be Y17 if you're on PS3 or Xbox on super flat, and on PC it should be Y16. If you're on not on super flat, then I would not know the coordinates because they vary, and that is up to you to figure out. But as you can see, it should be 12 tall, so that should help you, I guess. Okay, so next of all, we're going to start working on the body, and we're going to place 3 red. We need our nether brick back. 3 red, 2 nether brick, and 3 red. And this is where we really need to start jumbling up our inventory. So we need stone and light grey on our inventory, as well as brown wool. Okay, so to the left we're going to place 1 stone, 1 light grey, and then 2 brown wool. And we're going to do the exact same to the right, but mirrored. So 1 stone, 1 light grey, and then 2 brown, like so. And that is the start of the arms and the body. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we're going to place 2 brown on top of that nether brick. On top of that 2 brown, we're going to place 1 light grey, like so. Now on top of and to the right of that, we're going to place 2 clay, like so. And now is where we're going to start working with spruce wood logs. So this will make it a bit easier in the long run, I feel. So that's why I'm doing it. So what we're going to do is next to this, let me get red. Next to this brown here, we're going to place 3 red. And then on the farthest point here, the right, we're going to place 2 spruce wood logs, like so. We're going to go up diagonal and place 2 next to that. So 1 should be on top of that clay block there, like so. Then we're going to go up diagonal 3 times using this wood. Whoops, that's twice. And 3 times. On the third one, we're going to go up 1. Then we're going to go up diagonal again and up 1 more. So it should look like this. Now we need to get brown wool out, and then we do the highlights of it. So on top of this spruce wood here, we put 2 brown, 1 brown, and we go 1 and 1 up, 1 and 1 up, and even on top of the spruce wood at the end, we build 2 up, like so. Now if you've done it correct, it should be at Y29, the top of the statue. If I can stand on it, there we go, Y29, and that is the top of the body, I guess you could say, and that gives you a perfect template of how high you need to build everything. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start working on this like V-neck shape that we got going on in this statue. So for this we're going to need clay and mushroom. So we're going to place 1 clay here. We're going to go down diagonal twice to the right. We're going to go to the side 1 and then up diagonal to the right twice, like so. Now in this 6 block gap here, we place mushroom blocks like this, and then we bring this clone clay in the middle downwards until we hit the brown, and it should make a stripe like this. Now once you've done that, that is all the detail you need for the body, so we just fill it in solid red wool, the rest of the gaps, and that leaves us to do the arms, or the front of the arms should I say. So once we've finished filling this in, I'll let you see what it should look like. Again, it should be 12 by 8 for the body, 12 by 8 for the legs, and we're not going to worry about the arms right now because we haven't done anything with them. Okay, so it should be looking like this, again 24 blocks tall. And you can pause here if you need to, but I'm now going to move on to the arms. So I'm going to move on to the right arm first because it's a bit more detailed and requires a bit more time, so it makes sense to spend more time on it before it gets to night time. So what we're going to do, on top of this stone and light grey, we're going to place 2 nether brick. Next to that, we're going to place a stone. Whoops. We need brown wool up on our hotbar. Where is it? Brown wool. And then on top of them 2 blocks we place 2 more nether brick. Now I know for a fact we do need red, so I'll get that back on here. And it should look like this. Now next to that nether brick we place 2 red. On top of that we place 4 upright spruce logs. On top of that 4 red wool. On top of that 4 more spruce logs. Next we place 2 rows of 4 red, but on the second row to the right we punch out 1 block and replace it with light grey. The next 4 rows are solid upright spruce wood logs. What you can do though to make it look better is you can build it like that, and then the 2 middle blocks at the top you put sideways. It looks interesting from the front, but on the top it will look a lot better if you do that. You could technically do that as well, but that would look weird from the side, so I recommend you just do it with the 2 middle blocks. Okay, so that is the arm complete. Now we've got to do the left arm, and my voice is going a bit croaky and it's cracking a bit, so apologies for that. but now we're going to do the left side as I said. So what we're going to do, on this stone and light grey here, we place 2 nether brick on top of that. We then do 1 stone, and then 1 brown, and on top of that, again 2 nether brick. Now on top of this nether brick here, we're going to go up 4 using red wool, and on top of that we're going to place a light grey wool, and now the rest is just red wool. So this is nice and simple. As long as you figure out where that light grey wool goes perfectly, then you will be fine. Okay, so that is the front of the statue complete. Again, I didn't want to rush through that too much, and I don't think I have, but definitely comment down below what you think about how I've done, because I don't know how well I've explained it or how well I haven't. But this was what it should look like. I'm kind of lisping a bit. But yeah, if you want to, pause here, and apologies about my computer fans going a bit crazy. Okay, so what we're going to do now is move on to the right side of the leg. So we're going to start off quite quickly before it goes night. We'll sleep and then continue. So we're going to extend it out backwards, 3 using black wool. We need spruce wood planks up in here. Next one, we place 2 spruce wood, 1 brown, and 1 spruce wood on top of it. And then we place 2 brown like so. Next row, we place 3 brown to make a shape like this. On top of that first brown, we place a black. And now we build it 8 up, I believe it is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 7, and then 8 for the 3rd and 4th row. And that is the left leg, or the right leg, should I say. I'm getting a bit mixed up. Okay, so now what we do, on the second row, on this 4th brown here, we build forwards 1 using grey wool. And build it backwards 1 more, so it overhangs the back 1. On top of that, we do 2 stone, 2 grey, and then 2 stone. Now, I don't know what my computer's doing. You'd think it's like in a heat wave how fast the fans are going and how much they're revving right now. I don't know why it's doing that. Probably because I've had it on for quite a while. It's been on for like the past hour, because this is the second time recording this tutorial because of Audacity. Thank you, Audacity. Okay, so this is what it should look like, in case you didn't catch what I did there, because it was a bit dark, I know, and I appreciate that. So this is what it should look like. Again, it should be 12 by 4, excluding that little 3D effect there. Okay, so what we're going to do now is the bottom of the hand. This is really complicated. It's not really complicated, but it's really detailed, which I guess some people could consider complicated. It all depends on your opinion, to be honest. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we need orange, and we need jack-o'-lanterns on our hotbar. So next on this end brown here, we place 3 orange coming backwards. Next to that, at the back here, we place a jack-o'-lantern facing towards this orange block like so. Next to that, we place a light grey wool. Whoops, light grey, and then stone next to that. Now in this middle part here, we place 1 stone next to that stone at the front, 2 light grey next to that brown and light grey at the front, and then here we do a 3 long stripe of brown wool like so. Now this means we can now move on to the side of the arm, I guess, but if you want to, pause here and rebuild the bottom of the hand. I know some people might take a bit of time to this because it is kind of detailed. Okay, so next we're going to do the side of the arm as I just said. So what we do is we place 2 grey, and we face a pumpkin or a jack-o'-lantern facing towards this way. So the face is this side, and it will be covered up by a block eventually. We don't want the face on show. On top of that, we need to get nether brick out here. As I said, it does take a while to swap around the blocks. We place 3 nether brick, and this is where it gets slightly complicated because I have never had to explain anything like this before. Okay, so next is spruce wood here. We're going to bring it forwards 2. Whoops. Using upright spruce logs like this. We're then going to place a 2 by 2 of brown next to it, and then a 2 high spruce wood on the other side. Whoops, like so. Now this is a 3D effect, it's not part of the arm, it overhangs, or it comes out of the arm, I guess, like so. And then we do, on top of that, we get the blocks we need. 1 stone, 2 grey, 1 stone, and then on top of that 4 stone like so. Now what we need is red wool. Next to this light grey here, we're going back towards the arm, we place 3 red, and on top of that 4 high of spruce wood logs. Now again, doing the same as the front, you do the 2 middle ones facing sideways and the rest upright, like so. And this is what the side of the arm should look like. So right here you should have a gap, that is fine, and we'll sort that out afterwards, but it should look like this for now. Okay, so if you need to pause, but I will move on in a second. Okay, so let's move on. So going over to the left side, it is very similar, but slightly different. In fact, the arm is very different, but the leg is more or less the same. So we're going to extend it backwards 3 using black wool. And we do two high of spruce planks, 1 brown, and then on top of that 1 spruce plank, exact same as the other side. And we do 2 brown at the end, and then a layer of 3 brown like this, and then the 1 black on top of the front brown there. And again, the rest is red wool, so in fact it's the exact same as the other side, just mirrored. But the arm is nowhere near the same, so do not copy that. Okay, so same applies for this one. This second row here, the brown here, we place 1 grey in front of it, and 1 grey that overhangs the back, and with 2 stone, 2 grey, 2 stone, to make a shape like this. And that is the left leg. What we do for the bottom of the hand for the left side is again very similar, but it's kind of opposite to what we did on the other one. So again, we go to this brown, extend it backwards 3 using orange wool. Next to that, we have a jack-o'-lantern facing towards the orange wool, like so. And then next to that, we have a light grey and a stone, light grey and stone. But as you can see on this side, the brown stripe is there. On this side, the brown stripe is at the front. So 3 brown stripe, 3 long stripe there. Surrounding this pumpkin, we do 2 more light grey and then 1 stone there. So the stripe swaps with the grey and the stone on this side and produces a shape like this. Okay, so moving on, we're going to move up the arm now. So we place 3 brown wool, or 2 brown wool should I say, and then 1 jack-o'-lantern at the end, again facing towards the main body. On top of that, we do a 3 long nether brick, like so, and then the rest is just red wool, which is nice and simple. Okay, and that is the side of both arms and both legs complete. I will give you guys an opportunity again to pause, so let me get rid of my arm. That is the left side of the leg. That is the bottom of the left hand. And that is the left side of the arm. Then we've got the right side of the leg, the bottom of the right hand, the right side of the arm, then we've got the front of the legs, and the front of the body. Okay, so that's it. That's how far we've made it so far, and it's nearly it's midday, so we still got plenty more light time. Let me check how far we are into this recording. We are in fact 17 minutes in. That's not too bad. Making steady progress, I guess. So anyways, we're going to start on the back, which will finish off the body, which is in fact probably one of the hardest parts to this tutorial. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're in fact going to punch out 1 black block out either side and build an 8 long line of grey, like so. Next row, we're going to place 6 black, like this. We're going to place 1 grey next to that grey, 1 stone, 1 grey, 1 stone, and we do the exact same for the other side. So like this, so I guess it encloses the back or grips onto the back. On the next row we place 2 spruce, 2 brown, 2 spruce. Next row we place 1 brown, 4 red, 1 brown. Okay, so next we build up 8 using red wool, and it should bring you to here where this red wool ends, and that is that means that you finish the back of the legs, and you finish the legs in general once you've done that, because you've done the fronts and the sides as well. So you're done with the legs once you filled this in with red wool, and that's 1 step out the way. But as I said, this is what it should look like. It should be a 12 by 8, excluding this little like 3D effect. But if you need to, pause here and catch up, then feel free. Okay, so for the back of the body, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by building an 8 long line of red again. So another layer of red, but I wanted to do that afterwards just to point out that we're now starting the body. Now we start by placing 2 red wool. Again, my computer fans are going a bit crazy. I apologise for this. We need smooth sandstone and birchwood planks for this part. So we place 1 smooth sandstone, 1 birch, sandstone, birch. Then we go up diagonal from that sandstone, place 1 sandstone, birch, sandstone, and then sandstone. When I say sandstone, I mean smooth sandstone. I just don't want to say smooth every time because I'm lazy. Okay, so above this birch here, we place 1 more. Above that sandstone there, we place 1 more, like so. Above that sandstone we place one birch, and we go up diagonal to the right and place one more like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to start layering with the spruce wood logs again, because that gives you the general shape of what we need to do. So on this first sandstone here, we're going to place a spruce log, and we're going to go to the left one. We're also then going to go up diagonal to the right one, up one, to the side one, up one, to the side one, up one, to the side one, until we're on top of this birch wood plank, and then we go up one more time. Next to here, we go up diagonal using orange wool, so it should look like this, and then we go up 3 using the spruce logs like so, and that should bring you to Y29, again the top of the statue, and gives you the general structure of what we need to do. Okay, so from here, starting from the top, we place 2 brown next to that spruce log. Below that we place 1 orange, then we place 3 brown in this corner like right angle shape, then we place 1 brown on top of that spruce, and we place 1 brown on top of the next one like so. Now here we place 1 orange and surround it by 1 brown to the left and 1 above. Next to that we make it a square by placing 1 sandstone, and then we go up diagonal using birchwood planks like so. We go to the left of this sandstone and then build 2 down, and that is all the detail for the back of the body. Now again we just fill in the gaps using red wool. Now I know I explained that really fast and probably a lot of you got left behind, but don't worry, I will show you what it looks like and give you guys ample opportunity and ability to pause and recreate what I just did, because I'm trying to speed this up but also try and make it so that you can, I guess, understand, because otherwise what's the point of doing the tutorial. Okay, so it's nearly night, so we need to show this quickly. So this is what the back of the body should look like. From that bottom red block here to that top spruce wood log should be 12 by 8 the area, and it should look like this. Okay, so if you need to, again, pause there, right here. Okay, so we're going to sleep quickly, take a quick nap, and apparently it's not night time even though it's going dark. Let's wait for the moon to come up. But as you can see, we are making amazing progress with this, and also a cool little feature about this statue is it kind of does glow in the dark because the jack-o'-lanterns. Okay, so as I was saying, we are making amazing progress and we're keeping good time with it as well. So hopefully you're enjoying it so far, and if you are, don't forget to leave a like on your way out. Okay, so background to the back. What we're going to do is start working on the arms. So we're going to work on the right arm first, or in this case the left from the back perspective. From the right, from the front perspective it's right, so I'm going to call it right. Okay, so what we're going to start off by doing is placing 3 jack-o'-lanterns like so, facing towards the front like that, so that you can't see the face from the back perspective. On top of that we place 3 nether brick. On top of that we place 4 spruce, 4 red, 4 spruce, and then 4 red times 2, so 2 layers of 4 red like this. Okay, so that's what it should look like so far, and then of course for the rest it's just 4 high using spruce wood logs, and again the 2 middle ones should be facing inwards or facing sideways like that. And again what we can do there is make it joint together. Let me do this, there we go, and it will create a general shape like this. Now what we can do here as well is do the middle ones, fill them in, and that creates a shoulder, and we need to redo these apparently because sideways logs and it's getting messed up, and you'll get a final finish like this from the top, which looks a lot better than if you just had that. Let me reassure you, and it doesn't look too bad from the side either. It looks a bit weird with these 2 blocks being different to them, but it doesn't make too much of a deal for it to matter that much. Okay, so again, if you need to, pause here, that's the right arm, and that's what the top should look like, the shoulder. Now back onto the left arm, this is again a lot simpler. So we do the 3 jack-o'-lanterns facing towards the main body, 3 nether brick, and then the rest is just simply red. Now for this shoulder again, it is again just simply red, which is nice, and we can fill this area in here red wool as well. We don't need to, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, so I'm going to quickly, whilst my fans are once again being annoying and pesky, show you what it should look like for one final time, because that is the body complete and that is your main worry over. However, the head is still pretty hard, so I'm not going to be, I guess, what was the word I was looking for? You still got a bit of time left in this build, basically. Okay, so this is what it should be looking like so far. That's the front of the body. I'll go a bit in closer for this time because it's a harder statue, I guess. And let me once again check how far we're in. We're about 24 minutes in. Perfect. So that is the legs, 12 by 8. The body, 12 by 8. And the arms, 12 by 4, excluding that little bit at the sides. Then we've got the side of the legs. So that's the right side. The bottom of the right hand. And the side of the right arm. And then we've got the left side of the leg. And the bottom of the left hand. And the side of the left arm. And then of course onto the back we've got the left leg, or not the left leg, the back of the leg, the back of the body, and the back of both arms, right and left. Okay, so let's move on to the head. We don't want to waste any more time than we have to, because this is going to be a long as hell tutorial as it is. So what we're going to start off by doing is counting 4 in from the left to the right. It should be on top of this brown wall, should be the 5th block. So we count 4 in on the 5th block. We place a grey wall and bring it forwards 2, like so. And we do the exact same from this side, so count to the left 4, and on the 5th one, place a grey block and bring it forwards 2. It should be that red one. Okay, we're then going to place, let me get it on my bar, 2 mushroom, either side of them 2 grey here, that overhang the front. We're then going to link them together like so, at the front, but not at this first row here. So what we're in fact going to do there is place 4 grey like so. Here we're also going to wait, let me see, it's the other way around, in fact, I apologise, messed that up. So it's mushroom at the back and grey at the front. There we go. Thought that looked a bit weird. Okay, and then what we're going to do later on, but I'm not going to do it now, is place some stuff further on at the front as well. But anyways, without wasting any more time, what we're going to do is extend this red, from the grey, we're going to extend it backwards 5 using red wool on both sides. And then we're going to bridge that gap as well using red wool. Okay, so what you should have now is an 8x8 square and the voice crack, the base of the head. So from here we're going to start working on building up the front first. So yeah, let's start on the front. So what we're going to do, in front of this grey wall, we're going to place a black block. On top of that, we're going to place a grey block, and to the side of it, we are going to place a piece of stone. We're then going to place a clay block. I'm just trying to see what that was for a second. Clay block, 2 grey, clay, 1 stone, and then 1 black, like so. So it should overhang the front now 3, and as you can probably tell, I'm lisping a bit because it's late, and apologies for that. Okay, now on top of that black block on the right and the left, we place 1 grey like so, and it should be looking like this. Now on top of the 2 middle greys, we place 2 light grey, and on top of that we place 2 stone. Now what we do is we come in and indent 1, we place 2 grey like this either side, so it should look like that, and then next to the grey we place 2 oak wood like this. Make sure they're upright again, not sideways. Okay, so on the theme of indenting, what we're going to do is we're going to go up diagonal from that grey and place 2 oak wood planks like so. And on top of that, we're also going to place 2 oak logs, like that. Now what we're going to do is, next to this oak log on the left, we're going to place 1 wooden plank, and same on the right, like this. And then we're going to place 2 black on top of each side, like this. Then what we do is place 2 grey on top of that. So you should have a shape that looks like this. And on top of that, we place 1 oak log on each side. Whoops, make sure they're upright again. Now we're going to bridge this gap. It should be a 6 wide gap using sideways logs. Now I use the upright ones at the ends and then the sideways ones in the middle. What we do is count 3 in on the 4th block and 5th block. We go down and place 2 stone like that, and that is all we need to do for now. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to start working on the eyes. They're pretty quick to do, so we'll do them. So we need magenta and pink for this. So we're going to come out diagonal from this oak log here and go to the right one and up 1. And then in that gap there we place 1 pink to make it a 2x2 square or 4 blocks, and we do the exact same for this side, and you can kind of tell where to put it because it's almost like an eye socket that we've almost created. So think about it logically. If this is a normal statue, this indented part would be the actual face, and this eyes and that mask thing there is almost a 3D effect. In fact, it is a 3D effect. But yeah, it should overhang the front 3 and the rest, this part here, and then the rest should overhang it too. Okay, so what we're going to do, on top of this pink, we're going to place a stone. On top of that magenta, we're going to place a stone, and we're going to link it together like so. We're also then, either side, going to place a grey, and then a grey. Now, on top of this first stone here, we're going to place a oak wood plank. And we're in fact going to place one but next to it, but we're going to indent it like so. If I can actually manage to do that. There we go. Let me do a bit of maintenance. There we go. So it should look like this. And on this side we do 2 grey indented. Okay, so that is the front with the face complete. If you need to, pause here. Again, I must stress that the stone, that grey, and the eyes are 3D effects, and that the actual general face itself only overhangs the front 2, but the face with the hat effects overhangs 3. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the right side. So it should look like this. What we're going to do is we're going to place 1 grey there. Whoops. And then 2 next to it. On top of that final grey there, we're going to place 1 stone. Next to that stone, we're going to go down diagonal to the right and up diagonal to the right. And from the up diagonal to the right one, we're going to go to the side one like this. We're then going to go up diagonal again to the right using oak wood planks, and then to the side. And then we're going to go down using oak wood, and then down below that using oak wood planks. Now above that 2 oak wood planks, we're going to place 2 stone. So it should look like this. We're going to extend it to the right 1 and to the left 2. Next to that, we're going to place 1 grey and then 1 stone. Now all the rest of the gaps below here, let me get red wool out, are either red or grey. So this gap in between the 2 stone there is red, and then we place 4 red like this right there. Now the rest of the gaps below that line are grey. So we quickly fill this in, should I say, like so. And again, if you need to, pause here. And then the next rows are upright oak wood planks for the first row, and then again the sideways ones for the top one. So it should look like this. It should be an 8x8 square excluding them 2 blocks at the front, and it should look like this. If you need to, pause here and catch up, otherwise we will move on. Okay, so the other side is the exact same mirrored. So we're gonna go over it again because I know it's kind of complicated and I don't want anyone getting confused. So we're gonna place the 3 grey blocks like so, like we did last time. Then we're gonna place the 1 stone and go down diagonal to the right, or to the left in this case, up diagonal to the left and to the side one. We're gonna go up diagonal and to the side one using oak wood planks. Down 1 using oak log, down 1 using oak plank. Then we're going to place the 2 stone. Whoops, that's not stone. 2 stone to the left 1, to the right 2. 1 grey, 1 stone. Then we place the red wool in between the stone, the 4 red wool there. The rest is grey below the line. And then we place the the wood on top. And that is the left side of the head complete. And again, we are making extremely good progress with this. This is what the left side should look like. And let me in fact sleep first so you can see it a bit clearer, and then we'll move on to the sides. Okay, so again, this is the front. That's the bottom of the front, like the neck. Then we've got the right side and the left side. Again, they're all 8x8 squares excluding this little effect at the front. Okay, so once you've done that, we're going to move on to the back now. So we should have a line of red wool like so. We do another line of 6 red wool. Place 1 grey, 1 oak wood, 2 oak planks, 1 oak wood, and 1 grey. We then place 1 oak wood, 1 plank, 2 wood, 1 plank, 1 wood. Make sure all the wood is upright. And again, my computer, man, the fans are going crazy. So I don't know why, because it's not hot at all. I think it's just my computer's dying. But luckily, I'm getting a new one soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, on the left side, on top of that oak wood, we place 2 oak wood planks, and same with the right side. Now in this gap here, this 4 gap, we place 4 grey, On top of that, 4 stone. And then we do a row of upright oak logs. And then a row of sideways oak logs. Okay, so that's the back of the head, and that's what it should look like. And finally, for the top of the head, what we do is just fill it in using sideways oak logs, like so. So it doesn't matter really what direction they're facing, as long as they're sideways. They could be facing frontwards, or, as I said, what I'm doing right now, sideways. But as long as the texture, the side texture is on the top, it doesn't matter, and it should look like this. And that is the end of this statue tutorial. So I'm so glad, to be honest, that it's over, because it was a real pain in the ass to do. And again, big thanks to Tawny for designing this, because this would have been a real pain in the ass to do otherwise. But a lot of you guys requested it, so I thought I'd do it, and I think it's the first one to do it. I haven't actually got the skin pack, so as you can see, it's locked. But that's what it's resembling. StarLord, Guardians of the Galaxy, that's what we've just built. And yeah, I think we did a good job. So yeah, voice crack. Let me spin around it one last time and show you what it should look like. I don't normally do this for the whole statue, but I'll do it anyways, because as I said, if you've completed it so far or got it to looking what it should look like, then you've done a great job, and I applaud you for that, because yeah, it's a hard statue to do, but it'll look badass in your world, and people will I guess comment on it saying that it looks cool. So I guess it'll be worth it. Not to blow my own trumpet, but I think it is a cool design, and this video is quite useful. Okay, so that is the front again. For one last time, the right side, leg, arm, the back, then we've got the left leg, or left side of the leg, left arm, then we've got the neck, or the front of the neck, the overhang, we've got the face with the 3D effects, we've got the right side, the back, and the back of the neck is 2 overhang of red, and then the left side. So that is it. That was my probably longest tutorial I've done for a statue to date, but it is still, as I said, hopefully a good one. So if you enjoyed this or found it at all helpful, then please consider leaving a like and favourite, considering this statue tutorial did take a long time to make, and probably will take about the same to edit, which is depressing thought for me, but I'll do it anyways because you guys requested it, and I'll do it. So anyways, if you haven't already, subscribe and join the pack, and yeah, that's about it. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Until next time, stay tuned, and I've been Tom, and goodbye.
Pull my heart out of my chest, train my mind so I forget. Sink your teeth into my bones, dig me out, then fill the hole. Tear me apart.